Hey guys, welcome to the review, and today I'm going to be talking about our raid system. I haven't had a chance to play it myself. I wanted to do it with you guys so you can see my first response to the entire event. I think it's a real cool concept, but before I do, I really want to make sure that you see all the other changes that happen within the game. So for example, if you came here to the hero campaign and all the way to the end, you can see that Dash is now available on 6A. So if you haven't gotten this far yet, or you're just that close, make sure you get to it, because Dash is a super great character and very easy to now farm during your daily tasks. So definitely don't miss out on doing that on daily, so you can get all the tokens needed for that one. And at the end, you have on AF, you have the Queen of Hearts. So that's one big thing that you want to make sure you change. Overall, I think the whole look of the whole event, when you click here to Ursula and you can see that icon change too, is this menu thing. I think this concept of the club adventures is really cool. I think it's really nice how they did the separation between the club dungeon and then the forbidden depths. So that's really cool. You can still do the dungeon here, and you could do the raid itself. Another thing before I go on, if you look on the top right here, you could see the forbidden tokens or tickets. And now, if you're not wondering where do you find this, how do you obtain this, what's the purpose behind it, actually what you need to get into the raid itself. So I haven't gotten enough to get, I think, to the first one, because I believe you need 30,000. But just so you see where I need to. So for example, if I come here and I do auto win this the first time, you can see that these tickets are right here, and you can store up to 150,000 and things of that sort. So this is something that you're going to have to start farming over and over again. The question is that after the raid finishes for the week or the season that it's available, can we still grind it out to get to the max 150,000 tickets? And that's a little bit just still unseen, not sure of. But this actually, now that I remember, this Ursula is not available just yet because we've got to accrue the tickets. So I can't really go into the details behind the match or show you the live gameplay. I forget that was something that you had to hold on to do. But let's go and look into it real quick before I move on even further. So the first one you're going to have to do is you're going to be playing, I guess, against the shark here, which I can't remember his name at the moment. But you're going to be playing against him. Here's some of the details behind the tier system and what you can obtain, things of that sort, the phases that he attacks and things like that sort, to just read up on it, and that way you have an idea of what you are going to get yourself into. And then the rewards, here's the rewards. Depending on what tier you get, you can get all these tokens. And these the great thing about this, and again, I just remember what it is, but another great thing about it is these raid coins. These raid coins can actually be used in the exchange, which I'll show you in a minute. But I just wanted to show you this real quick. And the only way to get Ursula tokens is if you get to the heroic tier, which you're going to need a lot of work with your team, your club, to get you to that stage. But you could use any of the characters that are eligible to use, which basically I believe anywhere star 4 or 3, and you could use any one of those characters. Now if you look here to the left hand side, it shows your ranking, shows your leaderboards. You can see in a regional standpoint, club, you can also see it by player, stuff like that, who's the best in everything right there. You can see the victories, and what the exchange that I was talking about is actually right here. This is super helpful, very useful. You want to play the raids as often as possible because you're going to be able to get these raid coins, and these are characters that are pretty much difficult to get. For example, Horn King, he's not the best character, but he's useful, and you do need a mythical character for a lot of the events, and he could be really useful, but he's very hard to get, and the only way you can get him now is through the tournament exchange and getting those coins. But you can also get him. He is the highest, so you really don't want to use all your coins on him because it takes 21 raid coins, and right now we're not sure how much coins you're going to get per round and things of that sort. So try not to waste your coins so much. You get Dash. It's the only exchange section that you can get Dash, from what I know. And it also includes various other ones. You got the Big Hero 6, you got Anna, Sven is one of the ones I would say use this coins on more because it takes 6,000 coins, and you know, Sven is very hard to get in the Grand Campaign. If you've done the Grand Campaign, it's very useful, it's easy, it's fun, but the thing is that the odds for you getting a 1 token for Sven is extremely difficult sometimes, and for most characters as well. It's just a pain in the butt. So this is going to be really helpful for me to grind out and everything. Aladdin and Genie and Jasmine, those are obviously good characters to have, especially Jasmine and Aladdin. So, but you can farm them pretty easily. They only cost 12 energy in the beginning of the game at most of those campaigns, so you really don't want to waste it on something like this. But if you do, that's fine. The Scrooge McDuck, that's really useful for the Essential 6. You get a duck character plus the tech characters, so there's going to be a lot of synergy with that character with other events, so you want to get him unlocked if you haven't done so already. And then you have a lot of tier 7 material that you could use to gear up your characters even more. You got gear 6, then you got gear 4, 5. So this is going to help you a lot. And if you're already up there in your tiers, or you're trying to get to the highest tier in gears, then you could use all your coins to just get these specific ones that you need in order for you to level up your characters even further. So this aspect of the exchange is really, to me, in my eyes, very useful for me to level up my characters and get them even higher than need be. So going back to the raids itself, if you go into a preview section right here, it actually will tell you what it will be like. So that's what I was saying about the tickets. It takes 30,000 tickets starting off all the way to 80,000 for tier 5, and then if you can do the heroic tier, then you could get a lot more out of it. Now this is just the requirements, and you need to get at least a gear 6 and star 7, and you got to have multiple characters that can do that. But the starting off, what you're going to need is at least a star 3, no gear requirements, but at least a star 3 in order for you to get that, and you could use all the tickets for that. So just plan out your attacks on that, properly. And then as far as rewards are concerned, you're going to get this chest that you can get chances to win a lot of gear material. Mainly it's gear material from 2 to 4 on this one, and then as you progress, I believe it goes up to higher to tier 5, then 6, then 7, and so on and so on. You need to look at the most is actually the coins. The coins is going to be really the useful part, because these raid coins you can use to get it in the exchange. Like I said, use them sparingly, because you can only do this attempts at least a maximum of 5 times, and that's depending if you have 30,000 tickets. From what I understand, I think it's 30 tickets per time frame, or 30,000 tickets in the beginning, I'm saying, for you to unlock it so that you can do it. I'm not 100% certain. That, again, it still remains to be seen, but it's still a good concept, and I really like it. And then lastly, so you're gonna get, what's really cool is the raid milestone that you can get within your club, and you could get coins, you could get gamma runes, you could get tier 7 material, tier 6, you get even Ursula tokens, so that's gonna take you a while to remind you of like the King Trident, and then also the Stitch, the tower. So this is gonna be really something you want to focus on with your club, so that you can obtain, and that way you can reach those goals. So also another thing I want to talk about within the update itself from the raids for the 14.0 is also is the speed up and the magic up or increase, so to speak, for your characters. I'm going to show a little video about my gameplay with some characters that I was trying to play in a PvP match, and there was that magic increase happening, and not decrease, but only the magic increase that happened quite often. So it was kind of useful. It was very helpful to me to obtain, and also be able to attack my opponents a lot easier. Also, in addition to that, it was the golden hammer I wanted to really display on the video, is the fact that you can only use it once. I think it's the biggest waste of a spell, a really useful spell to have, and it was very useful in a lot of ways. I like the initial nerf. It's not overpowering, it's just balanced out correctly, in my opinion, from what it is right now, or it was. This one is just really a travesty in a sense because I can only use it once, and you'll see in the video that it was super hard to maintain the characters up there, which I guess is the purpose behind it. But you know, if you build your squad around that spell in addition with other characters, it throws my whole entire tactics around. Now I have to make a new squad to use with that spell if I use it at all, because once per turn or once per battle, it doesn't make sense to have in my inventory to use. So I'm gonna have to revamp my whole entire main squad in order for me to incorporate other spells that are going to be just as useful and also sustainable within my characters to keep them alive, and also that they get to be reused often enough. So I'm really unhappy that the fact that the Golden Hammer got nerfed, and from what I read, a lot of people are really not satisfied with this nerf. Some people said rest in peace, which I believe is the correct term in this case, because it's dying, and I don't think many people are going to use it from now. I think the usage on Golden Hammer is going to significantly drop, and developers are going to have a huge problem with people even buying the tokens to increase that. And people are really also upset that they spent all the tokens, their money. They spent so much money on this particular spell for the reason of using it for their rotation, and it's such a slap in the face for the player base to those who spent the money to build it to the max, and now it's just basically useless. So I think developers did a really poor decision to nerf this particular spell. So anyways, that's all I got for today. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Really appreciate taking the time. Hit that like and subscribe button below, and if you can, please share my video. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel, and I could use your help to do that. So thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.